Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you how to propagate this Syngonium, and I already have my Syngonium here, and you can see it's quite viney, like it's too big, and I got it like this because as you can see it has all sorts of aerial root and it's drooping on the one side. So I just thought I should propagate it and show you how you can propagate it. And I think it's the green variety of Syngonium podophyllum. And yeah, I'll be showing you as I do the cutting, and I'll be showing you exactly where to cut. So yeah, I think I got this for 80 rupees, I think. Yeah, and you can see the variegation, it's really beautiful, and I'll be showing you how you can do that if you have this sort of viney Syngonium. And you can see I got it in a plastic pot. I did not get a pot, so I'll be showing you how I divide the Syngonium. And yeah, let's move on with the video. So as you can see, I've zoomed in here. This is the part where all the tangling begins, and all of this part has roots. As you can see, it is very long and it has two roots. So I'll be cutting it most probably here. So I have this knife which I've cleaned it up with Dettol, and this is the part where you want to cut this part because it has two roots. So just be careful and not to damage the roots. So there, and the thing is, you just have to see that none of the roots gets damaged. So here you can see it's tangled with this root, so you can cut the root little bit. So here, this is one piece of Syngonium which I have with 3 leaves. So, and you want to let this piece dry, like this edge to dry out a little bit. That is called callousing, and when it air dries, then you will be putting it in water. So it has really long roots. As you can see, it has quite long roots. So I'll most probably be adding this piece in water. So I'll be showing you all the pieces in the end. And then I have like 3 leaves here and 2 leaves here, so I'll be dividing it. And yeah, so I'll be cutting it from here. I just bought it, and I know it's really not good to cut a plant, but yeah, you can cut off the root if it gets viney, and then I'll be letting it dry this edge. So I've cut off this part, and here you can see I have roots, so I don't mind. And 2 healthy leaves, not so healthy, but okay. And then I'm left with 3 here, 3 leaves, as you can see. So these 3 leaves, so most probably I'll be cutting off this part, and I won't be like wasting out these. I'll be chopping it off and keeping it in water so that it propagates well. So it has roots here, and I can see some roots there though. So I'll be cutting it out, and if you see this, so these sort of root, you can just cut it off here. And there you have 3 nice roots and you want to like let the pieces callus over. You just have to wash it off and let these pieces callus over, and I'll be showing you how many pieces I've cut off this from the Syngonium. So as you can see, this is my like the stem part, and this is the first piece of Syngonium I have with 3 leaves. This is the second one, and this is the third one with a long leaf. I'll be putting in this one in water, and most probably I'll be joining these two in and putting it into soil. And yeah, and for this one most probably I'll be cutting off these stems, because let me zoom in. So because we don't want to waste the stem part, because sometimes these actually grow up to be roots. So I have seen people do that. So this is one with one node and there will be root growing, so I'm keeping it like this. Then the next one will be here. I hope it's visible. Next one will be, I'll be taking 2 node here. So this is the next piece. The third piece, and then the last. Here you can see it's really long root, but I'll be cutting it off. So I have these 4 pieces here from the remaining stem. So I'll be dropping these off into a glass of water when these area dry up. You need these areas to dry out, because you don't want the water to rot away the whole stem. So yeah, it's important that you let these part air dry. Most people don't tell you that, but it's important for your stem to not rot. Sometimes you'll see like blackening, so these things won't blacken if you let it air dry and then add it to water. So yeah, I'll be popping it in water after these dry out, and I'll show you like later. If you want an update on how these have propagated, you can go follow me on Instagram. I do like amazing posts there. I do like plant updates there more frequently, and yeah, so I'll let you guys know there. And here I've prepared a soil mix for my Syngonium, so I'll be repotting these two. So yeah, I'll let these dry and I'll come back and show you how I do that. So these 2 cuttings have calloused over, like as you can see. Let me just show you what do you mean by callousing. There you can see it's totally dried out, and this is what you want when you cut off a piece. You want to let it dry out. I think I left it for half an hour or maybe an hour, and there you can see it is completely dried out, the ends where you've cut out. And this actually prevents you from like your stems from rotting, because sometimes what happens when you put it into water, these ends will start blackening up. That's really normal, but sometimes what happens is that these blackening of the ends will actually rot away the whole of your plant. So that is what you don't want. So here I have pruned away the roots too. So yeah, they have dried out completely. Here I have 3 stems, and here I have 3 leaves. So I'll be putting it in these plastic bottles. I know glass bottles would look much better, but I want to add it to plastic one, because sometimes what happens is that the glass bottles tend to fall off. Especially I tend to like knock over my glass jars very easily. So for that purpose I am using plastic bottles, and you should actually reuse plastic, because it's better to reuse plastic rather than throwing them away. So these are easy bottles which I had left like lying around, so I just made some faces. And these are 2 of my plants in a bottle, and I think they look really pretty in these bottles. And Syngoniums can stay a long while in bottles like these. And if you want, you can like put a stick here and tie it up so that it remains like this straight. It's not at all droopy, it's droopy because it has long stems. That's the reason why. And you can use tap water, any water would do, and here I've added tap water. So yeah, these are my two plants. I made two plants out of one, so I'll be keeping it aside. And here I have this, I've left this piece too, like I've left it to dry out, and here you can see it is completely dry out. I hope it's visible. And here I have added some soil with crushed bricks and some like sand. It's a loamy soil, so that is what you want. Loamy soil is best for plants. So I'll be poking a hole. I would have done like, and I'll be like inserting this part because it has a root, so I'll be adding this plant deep till here. You want to do it gently because, and then the next step is to water this plant. You can give it support by adding a moss pole or a stick to it. It will do much better. I think I'll be doing that probably later, but for now I think that is it. So I have some soil here from the plants, like the one in which the plant was planted. So yeah, the soil is really nice. So I'll be adding some soil from the pot where I got the plant from, and yeah. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope this was useful for you. And yeah, and don't forget to give it an airy soil, because these plants tend to like rot if you don't give it airy soil mix. And just compact the soil well, because you don't want the plant to topple over. I think I need to water it. So yeah, that was my repotting. I don't think I've done it well, so I'll be adding water to it. So I hope you guys like the video of me repotting and propagating Syngonium, and this was my first time doing that. And I think Syngoniums are really easy and pretty nice plants. If you want to keep them indoors, it will do indoors, like well indoors, if you have like even low light, and it can tolerate up to light you have in your balcony or your terrace. It does really well in a variety of light. And just make sure that you don't give it a root rot, and let it just dry in between waterings. And you can fertilize it during its growing period, that is during summers. You can fertilize it with liquid fertilizer, or even like cow manure, that will do. But yeah, just water it less during winters and more during summers, and fertilize it during summers. That is one tip which I'll give you, and let it dry in between watering. So yeah, I hope you guys like this propagation video. This is my first time when I bought Syngonium, and I wanted to show you how I cut it, and how I manage a whole lot of aerial roots, because you can actually cut off aerial roots if you have a lot of them. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, have a nice weekend.